Hello, this is Goma, and I'm here to answer the ultimate question: what's Lady Gaga's best album? Ooh, okay, so this is such a difficult question for little monsters all around the world. It's like the most difficult question ever because all of her songs, or albums, they're all good. So it's very difficult when I get asked this question sometimes by my friends. It depends on like the time of the day or just what you're feeling that day. So it's really difficult to get to have one album that you can say this is her best work. But let's try to figure that out, okay? So I'm gonna talk about each of her albums from the Fame to Chromatica, and I'm gonna talk about what I feel about these albums right now, okay? I have all her vinyls here, so I'm going to show these one by one, and yeah, and I'm gonna review each album, okay? How I'm feeling about each album right now at this moment. This is like the oldest vinyl I have. I think it's so old, it's like, it's in this case and stuff. It's called The Fame. So this is her debut album, which is featuring Just Dance, Love Game, Paparazzi, Poker Face, AA, Beautiful Dirty Rich, The Fame, Money Honey, Starstruck, featuring Space Cowboy and Florida. Yeah, Boys, 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 Paper Gangsta, Brown Eyes, I Like It Rough, and Summer Boy. So I think this is, I don't know which version it is, but I know that in some of the different versions of the album, it has different songs and also has, the track listing is a little different. But this is the one that I have right now on vinyl. This is where she started, This album is where she's, like, got all her fame. Like, Just Dance, she was given single hits after hits, with her singles. Just Dance, Poker Face, Paparazzi, I think came first, and then Love Game. And then we have these fan favorites, such as Beautiful Dirty Rich, which she performs at Enigma now, and Paper Gangsta, and I Like It Rough. I think those are, and then, yeah, and Star Trek, of course. All hits. Hits after hits. Hits after hits. So I love this album, of course. I love this album. It's such a classic. It's such a classic. It was released in 2008, I believe. Yeah, 2008. She became Lady Gaga with this album. So, yeah. And everyone knows Just Dance, Love Game, Paparazzi, and Poker Face. So, yeah. Definitely love this album. Okay. Moving on. Next album that she released. It was an EP, but it's called Fame Monster. Fame Monster. Featuring Bad Romance, Alejandro, Monster, Speechless, Dance in the Dark, Telephone featuring Beyonce, So Happy I Could Die in Tea. This is such a good album. Hits after hits, again! Like, this album has Bad Romance in it, okay? That just, yeah, oof. Bad Romance. And then, of course, Alejandro, and then Telephone. But not only that, some of my favorite songs of her are Speechless, So Happy I Could Die, Dance in the Dark. Yeah, so, yep. And I think with this album, she had the tour, she had the Monster Ball, and then that tour, I think it's still one of the biggest tours ever, I think. So we love this album. This is a classic. So these two are like kind of sets because I know this was like an EP that was following up The Fame. But I think she considers The Fame to be like the Fame album to be a different album from The Fame. Yeah, so this picture vinyl is really cute too. Although I do wish that I have that, the actual normal vinyl, which I know they sell now at like Urban Outfitters, but like they don't have those in Japan. So I'm like, But yeah. Love this album. Okay, next we go to She's at Her Peak 2020, 2011. She just released Bad Romance, Poker Face, Bad Romance, Alejandro Telephone. She's having hits after hits after hits. She's getting so many VMAs, Grammys. And then she comes with the Born This Way album. It's been 10 years since this album was released. It was the 10th anniversary last month. So, happy birthday, happy 10th, and 1 decade of Born This Way. How celebratory is that? We love this album. This album saved so many people's lives, literally saved so many people's lives, changed so many people's lives. It has such a huge impact. This is her this is her best-selling album, right? I don't know, but maybe after the fame. But this had such a cultural impact. Marry the Night, underrated bop, underrated classic, one of my favorite songs from Gaga. Born This Way, which is a classic, you know, happy Pride Month. It's such a happy, just, yeah, a song of celebration. Yeah, we love this song. Government Hooker, a classic. Judas, which is also another classic. Americano, Hair is probably one of my favorite Gaga songs ever. Hair, Shy is definitely one of my favorites too. Those are these songs, all of the songs, hits. Hit after hit after hit after hit. Hits. Yeah. All of these could be a single. All these could be a single. Like, honestly. Bloody Mary. See, Bloody Mary, it's definitely a fan favorite. She performed it on the Joanne tour, which everyone's really shook about. And, yeah. It's so cool. Bloody Mary. This is the deluxe version. But, Black Jesus and I'm in Fashion. Love that. Bad Kids, Fashion of His Love, Highway Unicorn to Love, Heavy Metal Lover, Electric Chapel, The Queen, You and I, The Edge of Glory. Ugh, The Edge of Glory. Wow. You and I. Wow. This album should have gotten the Grammy. This album should have gotten the Grammy. But, you know, that year, I think Adele was releasing, like, 21, so, like, you know, it all went to her. It's okay. It's okay. No hard feelings. I love it all. But this should have gotten at least one Grammy. Like, album of the year, please. Wow. This is such a strong album. It's such a monumental moment in her career and in the pop music industry in general. Yeah, she was the moment. She still is the moment. But here, she was like, wow. Wow. Yeah. I love this cover too. I don't really know about the standard version. I feel a little about because, oh my gosh, just because like she's like photoshopped onto a motorcycle. I didn't really understand that first, but this picture is very strong, very iconic. So yes, I think this is considered like what I think her best work by the fandom. Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have ARTPOP. Yeah, she's a controversial one. ARTPOP. This is a foil version actually, which still has no, because I bought it in 2013, so it still has the Do What You Want song, which is now erased from the album because of see, ARTPOP is. Let me explain. ARTPOP. I love ARTPOP. This is the album that truly made me a Gaga fan. I know, because it's usually people become fans in the Born This Way era. I feel like people became fans in the Born This Way era, but for me it was ARTPOP. I of course enjoyed Gaga's singles before ARTPOP, like of course Poker Face, Paparazzi, Born This Way, Judas. I love those songs, but I never really listened to albums because I was still like 10 years old when Born This Way was released, and you know, at that time I wasn't really buying albums, listening to albums, because I didn't have that kind of money. And we didn't have streaming services, so you know, to listen to albums I had to buy an album, right, from like iTunes or buy it on like CDs. and I did not have the money to do that. So that's why I did not listen to the Fame Monster Born This Way fully in albums. It was only until after ARTPOP, I think, or maybe right before ARTPOP, that I listened to all the songs. And then ARTPOP, I was like 14, 13 maybe. I became a teenager, and then, you know, my parents would give me some money so that I can buy albums and stuff. And I think this is the first, if I am not, yeah, if I'm correct, this album is the first album of Gaga's that I listened to in full. And I was able to experience this era from the beginning to end. From when Applause was leaked online and she had to release it. It was like pop emergency, and she released it. And yeah, so I love, this has such a very special place in my heart. ARTPOP, it really does. This album was not appreciated at the time. It didn't sell that as much, I feel, as like Born This Way and her previous albums. So people were saying it's a flop album. People were saying it's art flop and stuff. Which honestly, I didn't really mind because I still loved the music. And the message of this album was like, she was saying, music, not the bling. So, you know, I did not care about those people. But, this is a fan favorite. I'm pretty sure. People were very, some people left, you know, some people in the Little Monster community left during the ARTPOP era, but I was there, and it was so influenced and impacted by the explosion of creativity and her passion in this album. If you watch interviews or just performances of the ARTPOP era, which is like 2013 to 2014, you'll feel it. You'll feel her like creative energy just exploding. And it was so inspirational for me. And also, this is the first album. This is the first concert I went to that was Gaga's. I think it's the first concert that I've ever went to. It was the Art Rave Tokyo. In 2014. August 14th. I still remember the date. Yeah. So, yeah. This is the album. This has such a special moment, special place in my heart. And I do still listen to these songs. I love these songs. Maybe not as much as like, you know, when I was 14, 15, but I still listen to these songs. I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna look at the track list. Aura, Venus. See, Venus, it was such a classic. GUY, the music video was so good. GUY. Sex Dreams. Yeah, I love this song. Sex Dreams is probably one of my favorite songs on the album. Jewels and Drugs featuring T.I., Too Short, and Twista. Some people really don't like this song because, you know, people who listen to Gaga, they love pop music, so they couldn't really appreciate the rappers and the hip-hop vibe. But I still enjoy it, you know, the production is everything, and yeah. Manicure is really good, Do What You Want, we're not going to talk about that, but, at the time it was such a good song. It's still a good song, not gonna lie. I mean, it's really unfortunate what happened, yeah, it's a touchy subject, but Do What You Want is, I love the song, honestly, I love the song. And I listened to the solo version. The solo version is really good. It's the Christina version. It's good, but then I think they changed up the instrumentals, and so I couldn't. Yeah, I like the original one better, but it's a good song. I love the song. ARTPOP, Swine, Donatella, Fashion, Maria Jane Holland, Dope, Gypsy, and Applause. I love Donatella. It's such a, you can just listen to it, walk the sidewalks, and then you'll feel like a model. Honestly. With Mary Jane Holland. I love Gypsy. Gypsy's a fan favorite for sure. Such a good song. It's such a bop. And then Applause, of course. Applause, yeah, people know Applause. So, ARTPOP, justice for art pop. Okay, and then we go to Take My Hand, Stay Joanne. Joanne. Yeah, I was here for the whole era for Joanne, and so yeah, I've been here since art pop, the beginning of art pop. So I've been here for yeah, art pop, Joanne, and then Chromatica. Joanne is really good. Do I listen to it as like? Do I listen to it on like a daily basis? No, but at the time, like 2016 when it was released, I really did appreciate it. Like Diamond Heart, classic. Ayo, it's a fun song. Joanne, such a good song. Grammy-winning song, by the way. Joanne and John Wayne, Dancing in Circles. Dancing in Circles, so good. And John Wayne's really good. So music, I love the music video. Perfect Illusion, Million Reasons. Yeah. Sinner's Prayer, Come to Mama, Hey Girl, Angel Down, Grigio Girls, Just Another Day, Angel Down, or Tape. Yeah. See, this album is really good, but for me, I love pop, pop music. I like pops. So sometimes, these songs are kind of like slow, and it's very folky, it's very country, so it's fine. But I still definitely enjoy most of these songs on the album. Yeah. It's such a pity that I couldn't go to the Joanne tour because I was in Japan. I was still a high school student, so I didn't have enough money to go abroad just to see Gaga. But yeah, I really wish I was there because the tour was really cool. And then the Joanne era had the Super Bowl. It had the Super Bowl, had the 5'2" documentary. So she was promoting this song. I think she said it in like an album. She said in the 5'2" documentary that she was gonna fight for the fans to love this song, Perfect Illusion and album. And she really did. She was really passionate about this album. Although in like a recent interview, she said she kind of she said the purpose of making this album was to like heal her family and heal her father. But she was not successful in that apparently. So I don't know. But I still love Joanne. I still appreciate this album. And the last song, which is last album, which is the most recent one, is Chromatica. I only have this. Well, I have like 4 other vinyls, but of the different versions. But we're waiting for the trifold version, which is coming in a few days, I think. I love Chromatica. It's her most recent work. The track list is Chromatica 1, Alice, Stupid Love, Rain on Me, Free Woman, Fun Tonight, Chromatica, 901, Plastic Doll, Sour Candy, Enigma, Replay, Chromatica, Sign from Above, Thousand Doves, Babylon. Love these songs. I'm so happy that she released like a pop album for her first time in 7 years. Because, I mean, yes, Joanne was a pop album, but it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't, like it was country. It was country pop. And this is her first album that she went pop with after art pop. So, I love this album so much. See, I was here for the whole, see, the only thing about Chromatica is that it didn't have as much promo, it didn't receive the era that it deserved. Because of the COVID situation, she had to give up on some of the promo that she was planning. She had to postpone her tour, she had to cancel her Coachella performance and stuff. I'm pretty sure she was really passionate about this album, I'm pretty sure. If you watch the interviews that she did like back in March 2020, before COVID was like really bad, she was super passionate about this album. She was like preaching about kindness and like all that. And so we are disappointed that this album has such big potential, and I think we only got like one live performance, which was at the VMAs last summer. I'm hoping that in the future she will do more with Chromatica, and yeah, I just hope we'll get more, you know, music videos and performances, and hopefully the tour can happen next year. Yeah. We really want a Sour Candy music video. Yeah. But I loved, you know, the Rain on Me classic. Probably one of my favorite songs of Gaga's. Yeah. Good song, good song. Okay, so now I'm gonna rank these albums from 1 to 6. Okay, so I know what my least favorite is, and it's so unfortunate to admit it, but my least favorite, I have to say, is Joanne. I'm sorry to all the Joanne stands. It's just not. I love this album. It has such a good era, but I don't know. Yeah, Joanne is my least favorite. I'm sorry, it is. It just is. You know, I had to choose one to be on the bottom. Next, we have. Oh, this is so difficult. All the other albums are so good. So these are like, I mean, even Joanne, I love all these albums. So just because I'm like making a ranking doesn't mean like the ones that are in the bottom half are like bad at all. It's all good. It's all excellent. But if I had to choose, okay, I have to go with. Yeah, I have to go with Chromatica. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to go with Chromatica for number 5. Because the other 4 albums are such classics. And Chromatica is still new. So it still has potential. You know, that's why the tour hasn't happened yet. The era hasn't really ended yet. So that's why, because it has so much more potential. Yeah, that's why I want it to be number 5 at now. Maybe it'll rise in the future. Chromatica is at number 5. And then next we have The Fame. The Fame. All these songs are classics, but yeah, number 4. The Fame. And then these are the holy trinity of Gaga's discography. Honestly. Number 3, I have to say ARTPOP. Number 3, I have to say ARTPOP. Yeah, I'm gonna say ARTPOP. I feel like it doesn't have too many classics. Applause is a classic, and I guess Do What You Want, but I don't know. Yeah. Then we have these 2. And it is kind of obvious. I'm gonna choose this as number 2. The Fame Monster is number 2. This album, so it's only 8 songs. It's concise, but no skips. From track 1 to track 8, all of the songs are excellent, top tier songs. Bad Romance, Alejandro, and then Monster Speechless, and then Dance in the Dark, Telephone. Such a good song. And I love how she went with like this dark theme for her second album. I love when Gaga's like dark and stuff. So I love this album so much. And yeah, it's my number 2. The number 1 album of Lady Gaga's, I feel like, is Born This Way. Come on, it's the 10th anniversary, it's Pride Month. I had to choose this. A lot of fans call this her best album. I agree. Yeah, and the era that came with it, so amazing, phenomenal. Yeah. This album really, really saved my life, honestly. Like, when I was like struggling with like, in like my junior high school and like high school, this album saved me. You know, like I felt joy and I felt happiness in my life, honestly. So yeah, the visuals that these albums singles gave you, you know, from Born This Way to Judas to The Edge of Glory, it was okay. It was a cute video, but it wasn't, you know, the production wasn't like. But Marry the Night, come on now, and You and I, And the tour, this is the most regretful thing that in my life that I did not go to the Born This Way tour. But this album is so good, so it has to be my number one. Like, I knew making this video, this was gonna be my number one. Number one album of Gaga's, and probably for me of all time. But yeah, that was my ranking. So Born This Way, The Fame Monster, ARTPOP, The Fame, Chromatica, and Joanne. Could have ranked Cheek to Cheek and A Star Is Born too, but it's, you know, it's not her own album. She's sharing it with Bradley Cooper, and she's sharing it with Tony Bennett. So I did not include those. I'm just including her studio solo albums. Yeah, that was my ranking. Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Please comment below. And thank you for watching this video. Subscribe and like, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!